Hello, this is Joe Pryor, the virtual real estate team in Oklahoma City. This is the final video in this process. And again, let me remind you that these 5 videos are giving you the basics of the first meeting that we ever have together down to after the closing. And that during this process, our team is going to be involved with you in very, very detailed ways. Myself, the other people involved in my team, a builder if necessary, if that's what you're buying, a property manager, an insurance company, a lender, everybody that is involved is going to be filling in the blanks for you. And by the time you get to that closing, we want to make sure that you feel like you're an educated, savvy, intelligent investor, because this is all about building financial wellness for you. And it's going to start with that first property. It's not going to end with that, but it's certainly going to start with that. So now you own the property. And what I normally tell people, just to give you a clue, is that there's 2 times when you're really tense or you're really anxious in this process. The first one is when you sign that contract. So you're going, okay, I've made a commitment. It's going to cost me $50,000 in money, and I've made this commitment. It's a bit of anxiety, and that's understandable. It's natural, so don't worry about it. The second one is this one, and I'm not so sure this may not be bigger because you're kind of going, oh my God, is it ever going to get rented? You know, when I was a traditional realtor and I had 20 or 25 houses that I listed on the MLS, I would tell myself, oh my God, am I ever going to sell any of these? And then when I sold them all, I'd say, oh my God, am I ever going to get another listing? It's just a natural thing. But I want you to know that you're in good hands with our property manager. Josh Farmer, I've worked with for 13 years. He is the best I've ever worked with in 30 years. Nobody can vet a client like him. Nobody has the level of service. Nobody does the extras. And I'm not going to explain that to you because I want you to have that conversation with him, and you will be having that conversation with him before you close. So now you own that property. And so at this point, it's up to us to make sure that's leased as quickly as possible. Now, you know, I'm going to tell you that even though you may close on, let's say, August 1st, doesn't mean that you're going to have 0 vacancy. Doesn't mean you close at 11 and somebody moves in at 2 o'clock. It just doesn't work that way on the first rental. Now, it may be August 15th. You may have 15 days of vacancy because we do have the signed delivered contract for them to move in, but it's 15 days before they get here to move in. So we're going to explain that to you. Josh is going to explain to you. There's always going to be a little bit of vacancy that's involved. And we dial that in when we do the return on investment analysis. And they're also down the road, there's going to be some maintenance periodically. Now, Josh is really good at making sure that you don't do maintenance that the tenant should do or pay for. And he's going to explain to you how he does that. But at some time, just like I've got property, I've got one right now that we're going to repaint it on the interior. It's time. It's been used for quite a while. And so you got to update it every once in a while. And, you know, I'm going to explain to you as we go along with this, and probably even before you close, you know, that's a write-off for you. And I'm going to show you how you're not going to pay any taxes on an investment with a loan. And I'm going to explain why that's the case. And you can defer taxes for as long as you want to. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So the thing is that we're going to get you in place with a good property manager. He's going to reject people that are possibly going to hurt you. His job is not to rent it the quickest. Yes, it is in a way. But if that means renting it to somebody that shouldn't be renting it, that's a bad idea. We don't want to get somebody in there statistically. We want to get somebody in there that takes care of the property. And so by doing that, once we get to that second rental and we have 45 to 60 days lead time, then that vacancy can shrink to almost nothing. And so in this process, we're going to be with you every step of the way. I understand one thing. Once you close on that property, the primary responsibility shifts to the property manager. But don't ever think that we are not here for you. You're going to get newsletters from us. You're going to get information about how the market is doing. We're going to keep you up on it. Even though you may not buy another property from us for 3 years or whatever, we want you to constantly have knowledge about what's going on in the market. We also want to be here every step of the way for you in case you have any questions down the road, anything that we can do for you, anything that we can help out for you. We're going to be here for you. This is a lifetime commitment that we make. We don't just hand you off to the property managers and say, well, that's done. You are a responsibility we have for the life of that investment and the life of all the investments that you give us. I tell you what, I love real estate. I love investing in real estate. I can't wait to get started with you building your financial wellness.